Welcome to the channel. Today we discuss the epic differences between Stoicism and Epicureanism, both massively popular philosophies that came from ancient Greece and the poet and philosopher Lucretius. While not a direct Stoic philosopher per se, he was a famous poet and philosopher many believed to be Epicurean instead. Much of what we know about him comes from his last remaining text, De Rerum Natura, Romanized meaning on the nature of things, which we will discuss today. This massive volume of poetry, Lucretius created detailed many things based on Epicurus, covering a wide range of topics. Lucretius was believed to come from a wealthy, noble Roman family, when as a child he was introduced to the teachings of Epicurus. Epicurean philosophy focuses on the purpose of life is to obtain tranquility and freedom from fear through knowledge and friendship, as opposed to Stoicism, which teaches accepting fate as it happens and learning to understand and control your inner self at all times, because that is the only real control one has in life anyway. It is also important to remember that Epicureanism focuses on seeking pleasure, mainly intellectual ones, and avoiding pain whenever possible, which are vastly different from the teachings of Stoicism. Lucretius' poems were divided into 6 full-length books. Book 1 and 2 explaining the presence of invisible atoms that make up all things in the universe. Book 3 discusses the nature of the soul and that it is material and mortal. Therefore, there is no afterlife to worry about. Book 4 explains the mechanics of sensation, thought, and the activity of the mind. Book 5 is about the origins and development of the world, human society, and civilization, and Book 6 is about the discussion of natural phenomena, including sickness and disease. Stoicism was not the only philosophical perspectives to grow and develop in ancient Greece, and as such, Stoicism and Epicureanism are 2 prominent philosophical schools from ancient Greece that offer different approaches to achieving happiness and living a good life. Here we will look at the 6 biggest differences between the 2 philosophical perspectives and how Lucretius ultimately fit into ancient Greece. Number 1. Purpose of life. Epicureanism and Lucretius believed that the main goal of life is to attain pleasure and avoid pain, with a focus on achieving a state of tranquility, ataraxia, and freedom from fear, aponia. Epicureans seek a life of modesty, intellectual contemplation, and the cultivation of friendships. Stoicism, on the other hand, believed the purpose of life is to live in accordance with nature and reason, achieving virtue and wisdom. Stoics believe that living virtuously leads to true happiness, and that external events should be accepted with equanimity. Number 2. Pleasure and pain. Epicureanism believes that pleasure is the highest good and the key to a fulfilling life. Epicureans distinguish between higher, intellectual, and lower bodily pleasures, valuing the former more highly. They aim to maximize pleasure and minimize pain. Stoicism, on the other hand, believes that pleasure and pain are considered indifferent. They are neither good nor bad in themselves. Stoics focus on cultivating inner virtues and maintaining a rational mindset, regardless of external circumstances. Number 3. Role of outer space and the divine. Epicureanism. Epicureans are generally atheistic or agnostic. They believe that if gods exist, they are indifferent to human affairs and do not intervene in the world. The fear of divine punishment is seen as irrational, and therefore not worth anyone's time. Lucretius once said in his Book 1 on matter and space, "I have taught you that things cannot be created out of nothing, nor once born be summoned back to nothing." Stoicism and Stoics believe in a pantheistic God that is synonymous with the rational order of the universe, logos. They see the divine as immanent in all things, and believe that living according to reason is living in harmony with the divine. It is within this framework that Diogenes spoke the words. They hold that the stars are spherical in shape, and that the earth is so also and is at rest with no motion. The moon does not shine by its own light, but by the borrowed light of the sun, when it shines upon the moon. Number 4. Attitudes toward emotion. Epicureans believe that emotions are natural responses that should be moderated to avoid excessive pain and to cultivate pleasure. Epicureans do not seek to eliminate emotions, but rather to manage them wisely. Stoicism, on the other hand, aims to achieve apatheia, a state of being free from destructive emotions. They believe that negative emotions arise from false judgments, and that one should cultivate rational detachment to maintain inner peace. Number 5. View on death. Death in Epicureanism is seen as the end of consciousness and should not be feared. Epicureans believe that death is nothing to us because when we are alive, death is not present, and when death is present, we are not alive to experience it. Stoicism. Stoics view death as a natural part of life and believe that it should be accepted with calmness and dignity. They emphasize the importance of living a virtuous life so that one is prepared to face death without fear. Number 6, social engagement. Epicureanism, one of the biggest differences between the two philosophical bases here. Epicureans often advocate for withdrawal from public life and politics to avoid unnecessary stress and conflict. They value close-knit friendships and personal tranquility over societal engagement. Stoicism. Stoics believe in active participation in society and fulfilling one's duties to family, community, and country. They see social engagement as an opportunity to practice virtue and contribute to the common good. Stoicism and Epicureanism present contrasting paradigms on how to live a fulfilling life. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of virtue and rational control over one's emotions and actions, advocating for an engagement in societal duties and a life aligned with a providentially ordered universe. In contrast, Epicureanism centers on the pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain, promoting a more withdrawn lifestyle focused on personal peace and simple pleasures. In many situations in our daily lives, I'm sure you could look at experiences in your daily life now and apply both philosophical positions in a number of ways. But leave a comment below on your experience with both, and which do you feel better fits your life, your beliefs, and how you move through the world today. Both philosophies, despite their differences, aim to guide adherents toward a state of contentment and resilience, offering distinct paths to achieving personal and ethical fulfillment. Understanding these differences not only highlights the diversity of thought in ancient philosophical traditions, but also offers us varied perspectives on navigating the complexities of modern life. If you like and enjoy the video, please click below and follow for more great Stoic content. We love